I hate this video. Greetings and salutations, everyone, and today's very motivating task will be to work on something that makes you hate your existence. Whether you're finalizing those spreadsheets or crocheting something long and tedious, scarves and blankets, come along with me to finish this hat that I absolutely despise. Some may be wondering, dang, Sonny, what that hat do to you? And to that I say, look at it!
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass.
I also don't think anyone will want it, based on how it fits. But we are going to change that today. With that out of the way, let's get into the first segment. Be sure to stick to the part of the video where I start crocheting the bobble. I'm not going to tell you what the bobble is going to be, because I want it to be a surprise. So I wanted to add a little lace to the bottom of the hat to make it a cute cottagecore whore. I'm also trying to add elements to distract from the ugly long pointed shape. Now before we start, I'm going to finish my tea. Today we're having hazelnut cookie with oat milk, cinnamon sugar, and vanilla. Sorry for the weird zoomed in angle, there were some things in the background that were visible, and weren't to my liking. Since I never crocheted lace before, I didn't want to waste your guys' time trying to figure it out. I also have a limited space on my phone. I pre-gamed my lace. Want to watch me sew this lace on until I get tired of recording, and then you're just going to magically see it be done. Okay, bye. Before I start, I have some tea. Pomegranate green tea, Mystic Dragon, and Bonita Peach mixed. This is my first time mixing these three, and I'm slightly disappointed. It's the pomegranate. I get my loose leaf teas from the Spice and Tea Exchange. They have a website. I buy their teas and oftentimes mix them with each other. My top 3 recommendations so far for teas, not mixes. Don't mix all 3 of these. Disgusting. Mystic Dragon green tea has caffeine. Bonita Peach rubus. I always struggle pronouncing that word, but you guys who are dedicated tea drinkers should know what I mean. That is non-caffeinated. And hazelnut cookie, also caffeinated. I love this shop. Also really enjoy Mystic Dragon and Bonita Peach mixed. Since I mentioned that the hat is going to be cottagecore, I kind of neglected to mention the fact that I wanted the hat to look like a mushroom. I was hoping you guys would pick up on that, but if not, I'll explain it to you like you're a complete idiot. It's going to be a red mushroom. Okay, so instead of doing plain circles for the little spots on the hat, I decided that it would be a great idea to do stars. Throw in a couple stars, a few circles, a star here and there, and I figured you guys would enjoy that. Now, I did not film me crocheting any of the circles because, hey, you're going to watch me crochet a star. I need to make a circle to make a star, so there you go. Just go from there and enjoy. The segment of this video has went on for far too long. After dealing with all of the travesties that I've encountered with dealing with this star, and I finally filmed finishing it, I realized by the end of making the star that it was way too big to actually fit comfortably on the hat. It just looks clunky. It doesn't look like a mushroom spot. It just looks like I made a hat with a star on it. So I'm just going to cut to showing all of the finished pieces and them being thrown onto the hat.
Yo, you want to see something cool? No? Well, I'm gonna do it anyway.
I wanted to keep it a secret because everyone likes frogs. I figured he'll be a cute addition. He will also be removable, but why would you want to remove him? He's adorable! I made half of him off camera, and before I read comments saying, "You could have crocheted in the round," you could have shut the
something completely different.
Oh boy, aren't we glad that is over. Thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully you all got to work on something that you hate. I hated this video, but I ended up loving the result. I'm actually really proud of how it came out. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey this week. Sorry the video's late. I will pay for that in the future. I'm going to try to be on a consistent schedule. Editing is a lot harder than I thought it was. It's not easy at all. But hey, we live and we learn, right? Alright. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.